Love Once and Always is a really enjoyable film. This was released in 2018. It's directed by Allan Harmon and it's written by Susan Batten, Gregg Rossen, Brian Sawyer, and Sydney Sidner. And it stars Amanda Schull as Lucy and Peter Porte as Duncan. And the narrative is really interesting because both Lucy and Duncan inherit this beautiful home. And unfortunately, they both have very different ideas about what they want to do with it, and they're staying in the home while they're trying to work out what to do. One of them stays in the east wing and one of them stays in the west wing. They are not willing to interact socially unless they have to, but obviously as the film progresses, they begin to warm to each other and the romantic part of the relationship begins to develop. And I found the pacing there to be really great. It's also worth pointing out that Lucy and Duncan have a past. They have a history, and neither of them really wants to relive that history. There's definitely some animosity between them there, but they both have to work together to try and come to some conclusion about what to do with this home. And I won't say, of course, what happens, but I feel like the narrative flowed really well. Everything made a lot of sense. The characters' motivations, I believed. At one point, Lucy overreacted. You'll probably know which bit I mean, but in general, I found the way the characters behaved to be very believable and very realistic. And they're both generally very likable protagonists individually, and as a romantic couple, that works very well as well. And I was also very curious to find out how they'd resolve the problem because they both have very opposing ideas with what they want to do with this estate. So, very interesting narrative. Pacing is great. Narrative structure is great. Characters are likable. The romantic aspect is very believable. No complaints from me at all. Love Once and Always is a very enjoyable film and one that I'm very happy to recommend.